Welcome everyone. We're diving into the fascinating world of NFTs today. Those unique digital assets that are taking the blockchain by storm. So let's get started with what NFTs actually are.
Right, so NFTs are these irreplaceable, one-of-a-kind digital tokens that represent like ownership of art, music, or even gaming items, right?
Exactly. They're like digital certificates of authenticity, confirming that you own a specific item on the blockchain. Think of it like a kind of digital deed.
Yeah, and the blockchain, being a decentralized ledger, ensures that the record of ownership is, verifiable and tamper-proof.
Right, exactly. You got it. One cool thing is that NFTs aren't just about art. They can include music, virtual goods, and even in-game assets. It's kind of like owning collectibles in the real world, but digital.
Speaking of collectibles, isn't it interesting how projects like CryptoPunks and CryptoKitties paved the way for this whole NFT movement?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, totally. CryptoPunks, for instance, were some of the earliest NFT projects with 10,000 unique pixel characters, each with its own traits. And CryptoKitties showed the potential in gaming by letting players breed and trade digital cats.
Yep, that's right. And then you have collections like Bored Ape Yacht Club, which, gave NFT ownership some real-world perks like exclusive event access.
Exactly. Owning a Bored Ape isn't just about having a cool digital image. It can come with VIP tickets or even meet and greets. It's like an exclusive club membership in the digital realm.
That really pushes the utility factor of NFTs beyond just art, doesn't it? I mean, there's a layer of benefits, like in gaming with Axie Infinity, where your NFT represents a digital pet that you can actually battle and trade.
Right, absolutely. Yep. And that adds a whole new dimension to ownership. You're not just holding a digital asset, you're engaging with an ecosystem that can actually provide interactions and rewards.
Now let's talk about the mechanics a bit, like how you actually mint an NFT. It's pretty cool, but also a bit technical for newcomers.
Right. Minting is basically the process of recording your digital asset on the blockchain. It starts with setting up a digital wallet. Things like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, where you store your cryptocurrency, which you need for transaction fees, sometimes called gas fees.
So after you have your wallet, you choose an NFT marketplace like OpenSea or Rarible, where you upload your digital file, fill in the details, and then mint the NFT by confirming a transaction on the blockchain.
Exactly. It's like creating a unique digital signature. Once it's out there on the blockchain, it's verifiable. Only you can prove that you own that specific token.
Right on. And that verifiability is key because, as you mentioned, it prevents unauthorized use and ensures authenticity. But don't you think sometimes the process might be a bit intimidating for the average person?
Well, that's a fair point. True. It can be a bit overwhelming at first. However, many platforms are working to simplify the experience. So it's more like a guided tour through the world of digital art or collectibles.
I get that. Now, what about the terms fungibility and non-fungibility? It always sounds a bit technical to me.
Yeah, right. So fungible tokens like Bitcoin or Ethereum are identical and interchangeable, kind of like dollars. You give $1 and get the same dollar back, essentially.
Yep. And non-fungible tokens are like uniquely different from one another, sort of like original artworks where no two pieces are exactly the same.
Exactly right. Exactly. Each NFT has distinctive traits that make it one of a kind. This uniqueness is the heart of why digital art or collectibles can have vastly different values. Sometimes one sells for millions and another for just a few dollars.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Like that crazy art piece that sold for millions versus others that you can snag for a mess of change. It's almost like digital real estate where location and uniqueness matter.
Yep, spot on. And adding to that, some NFTs even come with added utility, like access to exclusive events or even in-game perks. In some cases, they can unlock features that extend well beyond mere ownership.
Yeah, that's really innovative. It definitely broadens the horizon of what an NFT can be. Now, looking at its history from colored coins to Bitcoin runes, the evolution has been, remarkable.
Absolutely. The journey from early experiments like colored coins, which had some technical limitations, to the more robust use cases like CryptoPunks, CryptoKitties, and even ordinals on Bitcoin is just incredible.
Yeah, it's like watching technology evolve in real time. Right, the NFT space has seen some huge milestones. For example, don't forget, well known artists like Damien Hirst even jumped in with projects like The Currency back in 2021, which totally shook up the art world.
Indeed. Yes, it's fascinating how traditional art forms are blending with the digital future. But couldn't we say that some critics consider the whole NFT hype to be a bubble, much like the old tulip mania?
True, some do think that. Right. And you know, digital artist people even caution that NFTs are a 100% bubble at times, even though he himself made millions from
Yeah,
them.
exactly. And I'd say that's a healthy critique. It forces us to evaluate both the real utility and the risks inherent in this market. Overhype can lead to inflated values, and sometimes buyers need to tread carefully.
Very true. Which brings us to the practical side. How does one safely navigate purchasing or minting NFTs?
Yeah, let's go over that. Right. So, first, do your thorough research. Understand the project, the creators behind it, the roadmap, and the community. It's like doing your homework before buying a collectible.
Oh, absolutely. And verifying authenticity is crucial, you know? Checking that the NFT comes from the correct smart contract address or using platforms that offer blue check marks.
Yes, indeed. Exactly. Plus, you should consider the extra perks or utilities the NFT might offer. Maybe exclusive access to events or additional bonuses that could boost its long-term value.
Yeah, that makes sense. And naturally, using trusted marketplaces like OpenSea, Rarible, or Super Rare provides an extra layer of security.
Absolutely. Right. It's all about mitigating risks, similar to how you'd ensure you're buying an original painting with proper provenance.
That's a good analogy. Speaking of authenticity, I do sometimes wonder if the inherent value of an NFT might just be speculative rather than based on, say, genuine artistic merit or utility.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Sure, that's a challenge. There definitely is a speculative element, but many projects are steadily building practical applications, especially in gaming or virtual real estate, which lends them more long-term
I see what
utility.
you mean. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Between speculation and actual utility. But overall, the underlying blockchain tech and the idea of verifiable digital ownership are groundbreaking.
Absolutely, it's groundbreaking, for sure. And just like tulips still hold aesthetic value despite past market bubbles, NFTs are carving out a lasting role in Web3, impacting sectors like digital identity, gaming, and even intellectual property.
Yep, totally. This space is definitely evolving, and it'll be fascinating to see how NFTs continue to shape the digital economy over the coming years.
Yeah, it's an exciting frontier for sure.